everyone. I'm Danielle with Trinity Readings, and we are going to do the Capricorn Weekly Tarotscope. This will be for June 23rd through the 30th. So we're going to pull a couple oracle cards for you and see your overall energy for the week. And then we'll get into your tarot. Okay, you have changed in the night as your overall energy, along with all must have prizes. This energy overall is saying that you maybe have been this type of person that makes sure that everybody else is taken care of first. You put other people's needs above your own. It could be that even you've been in this relationship or a connection where you have felt like you've had to prove yourself. But overall, it's being in that energy where you give, with like kind of nothing coming in return to you. And this is like, you're kind of seeing that in a different way. Like you're no longer wanting to be in that energy anymore. You within yourself have gone through a lot of changes lately. You've pulled yourself out of you've kind of been around a lot of just really heavy toxic energies. And it's almost like you're like when when somebody like grows up in a really toxic environment, you don't realize it, you don't see it because that is the norm, And then it's like when you get into a healthy environment, it's like all of a sudden you start seeing that toxic environment in a completely new perspective. So it's almost like you've gone through, these changes within yourself and things from your past or things that you've been around even that have seemed to be the norm. No longer, you're realizing how much of yourself that you sacrificed, how much you gave of yourself, how much of yourself that you lost in all of that. I feel like you're doing a lot of reflection over the past right now, which kind of goes along with the fact that I think there's like 6 planets in retrograde. And so when planets go into retrograde, it tends to put us in that energy of reflecting over the past. Plus, we're in Cancer season right now. We have the new moon in Cancer, and the Mercury retrograde is in Cancer. And so that is really putting a really strong, like, desire to go, like, reflect over the past. Like, really reflect over, like, your childhood even, like, that far back. And so I think you're just kind of looking back over certain situations and realizing how toxic some of the situations that you have been in were. And you're realizing how much of yourself that you sacrificed, for the energies that you were in at the time. You're definitely seeing yourself in a new perspective right now. Okay, so let's see We're going to look at what your energy coming into the week is. You know, I want to say too, that some of you are really discovering that you are like an empath, like a healer right now. And being that type of energy, when you're not aware of that within yourself, you are going to attract a lot of really damaged people. But a lot of times the damaged people that you're attracting, because you're not healed within yourself, that is what turns into toxic relationships. But that energy, when you have gone through your own healing process, that energy shifts within you, where you have that healing energy within yourself, and you're not giving that away to toxic situations. You're actually giving that away, you know, for actual healing, actual growth. I just realized, I think this is a dodo bird, right? You've heard of like the dodo birds. Like, I think that they're always portrayed as being like just idiotic little creatures. I know that's horrible. So maybe you're looking back over your past relationships and really realizing how much you tried to help a lot of toxic dodo idiots. I'm sorry, I'm not stupid. I was stupid sense of humor. All right, let's see your energy coming into the week. Yeah, you're definitely having a lot of nostalgia this week with the Six of Cups. That's definitely a nostalgic energy. For some of you, you know, you do have a connection to another person, and this is somebody that you possibly feel is your soulmate, or you feel a really strong connection to this person. I think that if this is about a connection, both of you are wanting to take action towards this connection. Both of you are wanting to move this connection forward. One of you feels a lot more, you know, passionate about it. One of you is taking this in a more carefree kind of energy, and the other one is in more of this, you know, really romantic, emotional type of energy. Let me get a couple more on this. Wow. Oh, this is really cool. The Knight of Wands is clarified by the King of Wands, and the Knight of Cups is clarified by the King of Cups. This might be a connection that you have to somebody. With the Page of Wands, it's very lighthearted right now. It's very lighthearted. You know, there's very kind of playful communication. You might be spending time with this person. You might be, both of you wanting to move this connection forward. But again, it's in a very lighthearted energy. But this is saying that both of you are seeing the potential in this relationship and seeing that this relationship can be something solid. I think you're both feeling very strongly about the connection. You're feeling that this is a very powerful connection, but the way you are presenting that to each other is you're not presenting what you both are feeling. One of you is really feeling this intense energy and really wanting to go after this connection. The other one is feeling like this deep kind of, you know, depending on how long you've known each other, one person is really feeling the love in this connection, but you're both kind of you know, handling it in a more playful way. If this is not a relationship, you are looking back over the past and you're seeing that where you perceived these connections to be these really powerful people that you were connected to, you perceive these connections to be really strong connections, you're realizing that like the maturity level was not there. Or, you know, it wasn't the intensity that you wanted or that you needed. You're wanting, you know, you've had more immature connections and now you're ready for something more solid. All right, so let's see what is coming towards you this week. You're getting a very, very unexpected message. This person has been daydreaming about you a lot, or you've been daydreaming about this person a lot. This is somebody that it's almost like this person is on your mind so much that it's kind of becoming overwhelming. You could be having a lot of thoughts about this person. And you're seeing this connection in a completely new way, but it's very overwhelming and you're wanting to maybe try to maintain control over it. What is this Tower card? Yeah, what is that? This hasn't really been very serious. One of you has just gotten out of a very heavy connection. That's what it is. You both feel very strongly for each other. It's a very strong connection. You both feel a lot of passion for each other. Like I said, I think you both see like a lot of potential in this, but with the Five of Wands and the Hierophant and the Page of Cups, it's somebody really, really struggled with getting out of a commitment. And so somebody is kind of with the Page of Cups, they're really feeling very intensely for this connection to the extent that it's kind of overwhelming at times. And so they're really, you know, they're really leery about jumping into something that they feel so strongly for because they really struggled to get out of a previous commitment. Or that could be you. You might have really struggled to get out of your past relationships. And so both of you are seeing the potential in this connection. You're seeing that this is a beautiful connection, that this has a lot of potential. But you're also trying to maintain a level of control over this and trying to really take this in a more lighthearted approach and get to know each other better. And that might be why you're looking over, while you're looking back on your past relationships, because you're not wanting to get into the same type of toxic connection. And you know, a lot of times toxic connections will feel like this very, very passionate energy when you initially get into them. And that's what gives you kind of that impression that, oh my gosh, this is really strong, this is really powerful, this must be a soulmate connection. But that's what those toxic relationships are going to feel like as well, because they're meant to trigger that healing that needs to be done within you. So I think that you're both feeling that same kind of intensity but in the same sense, it might be bringing up, like, I felt this intensity before, and I don't want to go through that. And so you're both trying to kind of maintain a level of control over this. You're both like really kind of trying to hold yourself back and not dive into this because you don't want to make the same mistake. But in the same sense, I think that you both see that although it's presenting itself to be this more immature energy, you both see where this is going. You both see that there's a lot more potential in this than the relationships that you've had in the past. So with the Page of Pentacles, I think you're really both interested in really starting something stable. You're really wanting to learn a lot about each other. But again, I feel like you're both really wanting to start this slow, not really dive right into this. So you might find that you're not really expressing a lot of those, a lot of the feelings that you're feeling, you're not expressing them to the other person. But you know that that's what it is. It's intense. You probably are finding yourself thinking about this person all the time. Yeah, you have the Sun card. Oh, I love this. Oh, I love this so much. You have the Chariot card as your overall energy, and the Chariot follows the star. So this is moving forward. This is determined to move forward. This is determined to move forward in a solid way and determined to move forward into something, into your wish fulfillment. This is, you feel really strongly about this. You really feel that there's something really positive in this, especially with the Sun card. You're feeling a lot of intense feelings. You're feeling a lot of joy, a lot of happiness. I think you really feel that this is your person. With the Two of Swords and the Four of Wands, again, I feel like you're not really diving in and making any major decisions because you're still in this energy. You still have all these kind of past memories kind of floating over your head, and so you're trying to really go with your gut feeling on this, and trying to, again, take this in a more playful way right now moving forward. But this is a really, really beautiful, beautiful connection. I mean, this is amazing. Okay, is there any other messages for you guys? Ten of Wands. Yeah, I think again, you both have maybe had very difficult relationships in the past. And to some extent, either you or the other person or both of you is still kind of carrying a lot of this weight from your past relationships. You're still kind of going through a healing within that. Yeah, so the Knight of Cups is, yeah, taking it slow. You're enjoying it. You're diving into the romantic aspect of it, but you're cutting it off when it gets too intense. So you might find within this connection over the next month or two that it might be a little bit iffy between the two of you. You might find that you feel the need to pull back or they pull back a little bit, but that's because you're both really feeling the intensity of it, and you both are like, okay, we need to slow down. We need to hit the brakes on this. I do think that if you are going through this energy where you're reflecting over the past, there's a reason for that. This is triggering that in you for a reason. And, the more healing you do within those past connections, the stronger this connection is going to be. And the easier it's going to be to move this connection forward. Yeah, we have the Hangman and we have the Tower card. So this is definitely something that you're seeing the intensity of this connection. And again, I think that you've been through this before to some extent. And so you're perfectly okay with taking this slow. Yeah. I really like this though. Okay, let's see if we can get just any final messages. Yeah, let's see if we can get final messages for you. Yes, I like it. Yeah. The Sanctuary and the Integrity. I love this. Okay. This is telling you to honor those feelings. When you feel the need to pull back in this relationship, honor those feelings. And in the same sense, if you notice the other person pulling back, honor their feelings as well. Because with the integrity card, again, you're both going through this process where you are healing from past connections and you're finding this strength in yourself. You know, both of you are stepping into your own power, but this power card is also showing you the intensity of this connection. And so, you know, in soulmate connections, with that intensity, if either of you has an aspect of yourself that has not been addressed and healed, it's going to be triggered by the other person, and that's going to create that kind of, that feeling of a toxic connection. And so it's really important to notice when you're getting triggered in this and to not take it personally, because this is a very strong soulmate connection. It's being triggered for a reason. And so again, be willing to really look back on these past connections and focus on the, the healing, healing and releasing that. This happiness card is telling you to really kind of enjoy the ride with this relationship. Enjoy taking this slow, because you're going to find a lot of growth and power in that as well. In taking this relationship slow and getting to know each other on a different level, you're going to find a lot of strength in that as well, and a lot of growth, because this is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It's so pretty. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. I hope you guys have an amazing week, and I'm sending you much love. Bye-bye.